Now we will learn how to take advantage of the arrangement track in Logic, which is a great way to get a clear overview of your entire composition, your song structure, and even arrange your music with. So what is the arrangement track? Well, it's one of the global tracks in Logic, like the marker track, and it is quite similar to the marker track in the sense that it gives you an overview of your project. But markers are often used more freely and not always tied into the song structure, whereas the arrangement track is just that, your song structure laid out clearly for you. You can even use it to arrange your building blocks and sections with, hence the name arrangement track. Let me show you. So to use the arrangement track in Logic, you need to click on G on your keyboard to open up your global tracks. Let me increase the height of these. And if it's not present here, it's because you haven't chosen to have the arrangement track part of your global tracks view. Simply right-click with your mouse, and here are the options you can choose from. So up here you can see arrangement, click that, and you will see the arrangement track up here. So now when adding a marker, you remember you simply go to the section in your song you want to add a marker, and you can use the shortcut Alt quotation mark to add a new marker. But for the arrangement track, it works a bit different. You simply use this plus sign to add a new section in your song, and then Logic has default names that you can choose for structuring your song: intro, verse, chorus, bridge, and outro. And you can also click rename if none of these works out for your song. Then you choose how long each section is. So let's say you have an intro for 16 bars. Drag it out like so. Click the plus sign to add another one. And it automatically chooses the next section as the verse. Let's say that is for another 16 bars. And then you have, let's say, a pre-chorus. So let me rename this into pre-chorus. And that goes on for, let's say, 12 bars. And then you have the chorus. And you do this for your entire composition so that you will get a complete overview. Basically, you name each different section of your track. And now I'm going to show you a really cool technique of using the arrangement track, which is to actually arrange your composition with. Because all these sections that you have just added are tied to what is below them. Everything here, the content here, is tied to each of these blocks. Now you can rearrange your sections. Let's say you don't want your chorus starting here, you want it to start right after the intro. You can simply left click with your mouse and drag it over here, and Logic will now rearrange everything below it to follow what you do in the arrangement track. Watch this. Bam. Now the entire chorus is over here. And let's say you're not happy with that, you can simply click here, arrange that over here. And this can be a great way to try out various song structures for your composition until you are satisfied. But if you don't want Logic to do this and you only want to use the arrangement track for a great overview and perspective of your composition, you need to go here, left click with your mouse, and click on Suspend Content Connection, which breaks the connection of these blocks with the content below it. So now I can click on this verse, drag this over here right after the first verse, and none of the content followed because I have the arrangement content connection suspended. The only drawback I feel from using the arrangement track is that if I close the global tracks, I will see all the markers, but I won't see the arrangement track because I need to have the global tracks visible to see this. But other than that, this is a great way to get a good overview of your composition. And if you want to rearrange your track, simply go back to Content Connection and move it around as you wish. Finally, I want to show you a really cool bonus tip of using the drummer track as an extension of the arrangement track. So even if you are not using the drummer track for your final composition, I find that this can be great for adding the foundation of your track from the drummer track, and then you can use the MIDI or performance as you wish when programming the real drums. So let me delete this first. And now I have added the arrangement track and all the blocks here: intro, verse, chorus, pre-chorus, outro. What I want to show you now is that if I add here a new drummer track, look what happens. It actually added the blocks here named after the arrangement track, and not only that, it is even trying to add the variation in the drumming performance to follow what the sections are named. So the intro section is simpler and softer, the verse is going up in both loudness and complexity, the chorus even more so, and so on. And I find this really great, because now I have the core foundation for the entire drum and percussion section of my track. So even if you are not going to use the drummer track as the final sound for your drums and percussion in your music, you can use it as a starting point, because it actually helps you and speeds up your workflow. So you can mute this and actually use these. If I hold down Alt or Option key to copy these, I actually get the MIDI data to this other MIDI track where you can add your real drum plugin to. But what you get is the velocity values and the drumming simplicity or complexity that actually mimics what is going on in the arrangement track up here. That is a truly great feature that I recommend you to try out as well. Subscribe now and watch a lot more videos on composing music, producing music, sound design, Logic Pro X and much more. I'll see you in the next video, my friends.